Hey folks, this is Vincent Adderley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to check out Railroad Rivals. This game supports 1 to 5 players. It's for ages 8 and up, and the average play time is roughly 45 to 60 minutes. This just came in the mail today, so this is going to be more of a learning how to play video. This is our first time playing, so there may be a rules goof or two. But essentially what you're doing in this game is you're trying to lay down tiles, you're trying to deliver goods from one tile to another in order to earn some victory points. But you're also going to be advancing companies as you do so. These tiles list various companies on them. New York City, IC, ATSF, and so on. So whenever you place a tile, at least one side has to match, and then you get to put one of your locomotives on the connection to show that you own it. And whenever you deliver a good from one tile to another, you get some victory points. Sounds pretty easy. But to go along with that, there's these stock tiles as well that players will be drafting. And as goods are delivered along a particular route, say from NYC to NYC, that corresponding company will go up on this track. At the end of the game, players will calculate, here's NYC for example. If I had 3 of these, I would multiply 3 times whatever its value was on this track here, and that would get a boost in victory points. So you're going to be earning a slow trickle of victory points throughout the game by delivering goods from one tile to another, but you're also going to be earning a bunch of victory points at the end of the game based on the company's stock value and how many stock tiles you have of that kind. Rules are slightly different depending on how many people are playing the game. In a 2-player game, there's only 1 color of good cubes. Now, I know there's 2 colors here, but what the rulebook says to do is both of these are the same color. You draft the brown ones, you get them out of the box, and then you take the yellow ones as backup, and they all act as 1 color. This is just to ensure that you never run out of cubes. The coloring of the cubes does matter in a 3 or more player game. Whenever you're delivering cubes in this game, if it's the first color that you deliver, like if it's the first color that anyone delivers for that turn, you get 3 points. If it's the second time that color has been delivered that turn, you get 2 points. And if that color has been delivered twice or more that turn, then you only get 1 point. So as in a 3 or 4 player game, for example, you're going to have multiple colored cubes scattered around the grid here, and that's where strategy comes in. Okay, so black was already delivered once this turn, so maybe I might want to deliver brown instead. But in a 2-player game, there's only 1 color. So whoever delivers first is going to get more points, and then that'll trickle down as you go. Again, in a 2-player game, there's only 1 color. There's just extra cubes in case we run out of brown. Also, in a 2-player game, there are, I believe, 12 different companies here. We remove 1 stock tile of each company. And I believe there's 1 or 2 other rules I can show you real quick. Remove 6 random city tiles from the game. And I think I covered everything else. Good. All right. On the ball. So, to set up the game, each player gets 2 of these city tiles to start with. The center tile is going to be 1 of 3 cities. In this case, I just drafted Chicago. These turn order tiles over here are just randomly drawn from left to right. The one in the leftmost position goes first, and they start on the 6 victory points. Second player starts with 8. All of the companies start off to the side. They don't have any stock value yet. And again, you get so many cubes. Now, you would normally put them in the bag, but because there's only 1 color, I see no reason to draft 1 color from a bag. It doesn't make any sense to me, so I'm just going to lay them out so I can just keep drafting brown, and then when I run out of brown, I'll use the yellow, and so on. And the rest will make sense as we play. Okay, so let's start. The first part of a round, and you go first because of this. Now, the first phase of a turn is bidding for player order. We skip this for the very first turn of the game because it's already been determined via a random thing. But normally, the person in last place would, on the turn order track, would say, okay, I want to bid 2 victory points, and then starting and then going backward on the player order track from right to left, players would also start bidding on how many points they want to bid. And then when everyone passes except for one player, whoever is the last one standing, they move to first place, and then they lose that many victory points based on how much they bid. So turn order at the very beginning of a round is determined via a victory point bid, but we skip that. Next, we move on to drafting tiles. Every round, a number of tiles will come out for each category. There's city and stock. In a 2-player game, 2 city tiles, 2 stock tiles. So we're going to draft now, and the person in first place, which is her, will pick one of these tiles here. On this phase, a player can only take 1 city tile and 1 stock tile. Because of that reason, and because there's only 2 players, I see no reason why she couldn't just choose 1 stock and 1 city and just take that. Normally it would go, the first player chooses 1, and then I choose 1, and then the first player again would choose 1 of the stock, and then in player order, the other players would get the stock that they want. Because it's only 2 players, though, we're going to end up with the same tiles every time. Whether we do it 1, 2, 1, 2, or she just takes 2 and I take 2. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take, she takes 2 that she wants, I'll take 2 that she wants. So as long as it's 1 city tile and 1 stock tile.
Okay.
So go ahead and whatever one you want.
This one?
Yep.
And can I look at...
Yeah, you can look at your city tiles. They remain face down, though, for other players not to see. But the stock is common knowledge.
Okay. This one.
Okay, so that means I'm left with this one, PRR, and this one here. Okay, so now that we've drafted, now we place in player order. So players will lay down 1 city tile so that at least one side matches the company here. Whenever you put a tile down, you'll put cubes on it, and I'll show you how that works whenever it happens. So is there a tile in your hand that you can lay down that...
Can I pass?
you can pass.
I won't pass. I won't pass. What happens if you pass?
Nothing. You just don't get to lay down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she connected ATNF and AT... Is that AT?
ATSF.
ATSF. Looks like an at. Or and, rather. Okay, so...
AT&T.
Yeah, AT&T, exactly. That's a railroad company. So that's 1 on here, so we would put 1 brown cube on this.
Not a railroad?
Yeah, and a railroad. And I'll explain why that is in a minute. So whenever you lay down a tile and connect 2 together like this, you would get to put down a train connecting the 2 per connection. If I had, just use, say, trying to find a good example, but there's no tiles in here. Okay, SPF.
That's a good tanning lotion.
Yeah, SPF is here. Let's just say that there was a train here. Now, if I were to put something down that was connecting ATSF, but not OBQNP, whatever. I can't read. I don't like this script. The font, yeah. As long as one side matches, I can still put it down, but I do not get to put a train on the sides that do not match. So let's take that back.
That's interesting.
Okay, so now I get to place a city tile down. Alright, so here's a look at my hand, showing what I have. And based on that...
Just shuffling it a little.
S-P-A-C-O. Just basically trying to match these letters, if that's all you're doing. Question is... I don't think I have one. Like there's SP, there's UP. I don't have any of those. There's NYC. I don't have any of those. I don't have. I see. I don't have any. I don't have anything. So I have to pass. Which happens. Yeah. All right. So in turn order, each player delivers 1 good cube. In this case, there's only 1 on the board right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a cube that's somewhere in the grid and then move it across a locomotive onto an adjacent tile. If you use your own color, great, nothing happens except for the points that you earn. If you use someone else's locomotive, that player color gets 2 victory points.
Oh.
So if I were here instead of her, and she moved it from here to here, I would get 2 points, but she would earn 3. Yeah. Because that's the first time that color has been delivered this turn.
I see. And you can only deliver goods once, or?
It just says, yeah, just one time.
Just one time, okay.
Yeah, in turn order, each player delivers 1 good cube.
Okay. So then I switch it there.
Yeah, and then this goes back into the bag, quote unquote. And then you earn 3 points. So 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
Okay. Now there's no more cubes for me to deliver, and since had there been one here, I could have done that. I could have moved, but you would have gotten 2 points, and I would have gotten 2 points because this is the second time brown would have been delivered this turn. Had there been 2 here,
yeah,
you would have gotten 3 for that move.
Yeah.
Had there would have been 1 more left,
yeah,
and I delivered it from here to here,
yeah,
you would have gotten 2 points because I used your locomotive. I would have gotten 2 points because that was the second time this round that brown has been delivered.
Okay.
So 2 instead of 3. Okay. After that, that's the end of the round. So we just basically rinse and repeat from here on out. So now we're back to the drafting phase here. We're well, not drafting, but we're auctioning or bidding for victory points.
Oh, okay.
So, you made a delivery. I forgot about that. ATSF. ATSF needs to go up the track by 1.
Okay.
So ATSF is now here. All right. Not bad for our first round. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some more out here. 1 of each. Well, 1 of each pile. In this case, 2. 2 city, 2 city, and 2 stock.
Should these be even?
I don't care. Okay, so now we bid. So I guess the question is, I'm in last place. Do I want to bid victory points? And based on what's come up, so now I'm looking at both of these tiles to see if I can make a connection regardless if I go second.
Oh, you would go first though, right?
Only if I win the bid.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
but you're last on the track.
Well, no, I'm last in player order. It doesn't matter where I am here. I'm last in player order here.
All the time? So you have
No, right now I am.
Oh, right now.
So because I'm last, I get to bid first.
Oh, okay.
So I bid 1 victory point.
Okay.
And if you want to remain in first place, then you might want to outbid that. Or if you want to let me have first place, I'll pay 1 victory point and move down 1. So the question is, how badly do you want first place?
I know. I think I know what you're gonna aim for. How big is the tile? Is it like a certain? Is it like a?
No, it's unlimited.
Okay.
Unlimited grid size.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're gonna get to. Question is, do I want it? Oh wait, maybe I don't know what you're gonna get. No, I'll let you go first.
All right. So I lose 1 victory point. We slide around, and now I draft first. I'm gonna take.
So it stays like this forever until I beat you.
Until next round. If you outbid me, then it switches again. Okay. Otherwise, I remain in first place for the rest of the game.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna take preferably ones that I don't have. Okay, I'm going to take this one, Detroit, and I'm going to take... Okay, then.
What do these numbers mean?
The numbers is how many cubes go out whenever you place it down.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to take B and O. So you get these 2.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we've drafted, in turn order, players lay down a city tile. Question is, can I lay down anything with the tiles that have come up so far? And I'm thinking the answer is no. And this may happen for the first couple of turns, especially. I shuffle these well. I'm just saying. I don't... Okay, I do have one. Okay. So I'm going to lay down this one, Detroit, NYC to NYC. And I get... There's 2 cubes there. So I'm going to put 2 cubes, or 2... There's a number 2, so I put 2 cubes on it. And I put a train going from here to here.
Cool.
Okay. And now you get to do the same thing if you want, laying down a city tile.
Oh, okay. I'll do... I'm gonna do this one.
Okay, so you're going to connect up with up. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 0 cubes on that,
Mm-hmm.
but you do get to connect a locomotive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now that we've done that, we can deliver a good. Starting with me, I'm going to go ahead and move a cube from here to here across my red. This goes back in the bag, quote unquote.
Oh, I keep forgetting it goes back on the bag. The only reason why I did that is because I figured I could deliver that good over here.
Yeah, no.
Whoops.
That's alright.
Darn it.
We delivered one. I delivered a good on NYC, so I'm going to put this out. And I get 3 victory points for delivering that color first. So I want to go up 3. 1, 2, 3.
Can I pass?
Well, yeah, you can pass.
No.
You can if you want. I get 2, you get 2. That's how that would work.
Yeah, no. But then if I don't pass, you're most likely going to get it. You're going to do that, so...
I would get 3, and next turn you get nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you place a tile next to here and take it.
Yeah. Nah.
Alright, so 2 and 2 then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and NYC goes up again for being delivered again. And I believe that is it. Okay. So now we're back to this part again.
NYC, why did it go up twice?
Because I delivered one and you delivered one.
It. Oh, okay, I see. I see.
Okay, so now you bid. If you want to be in first place, make a bid. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
This table is crooked. There we go.
I wonder if that works.
There should be more options now.
Yeah. It's getting kind of difficult because now it's turning into a real puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Like the first couple of turns, you're just trying to connect anything.
Yeah.
But as you get more stock tiles, you're trying to advance companies of those stock that you own.
Yeah. That would be okay. I'm going to bid 1 victory point to go first.
I'll bid 2.
Whoa! There's something that you want, I think.
When she thinks out loud, she whispers.
Sorry. You know what? Go ahead.
Alright. So I remain in first place, but I go down 2. Okay. So now I will take ATSF, which is on the 1 space, which is why I wanted it.
Mm.
And as far as my city tile, I'm going to take, let's see, yeah, I'm going to take this one. Okay. And then you get these 2. IC. Alright. Starting with first player, I get to lay down a tile. I'm going to put down Baltimore, connecting B&O and B&O.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 2 cubes. Okay. And now you get to go.
Okay. I'll do, This is a lot tougher than I imagined.
Yeah, I mean, bless you. Again, it's all about juggling those stocks and those companies, trying to figure out what's going to work. Bless you. My goodness.
Excuse me.
Someone needs
allergies.
Yeah.
I need to clear it in. What happens if can you connect a railroad here if you have like an empty spot too?
No. You just connect blank to blank in that case.
Yeah.
But if you had an IC, I mean, you could connect the blank to blank here and these two not match, I believe. Because one side is at least matching. But I don't know if it would be advantageous for you to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. This is our first time playing, so there might be some strategy here that I'm not seeing.
I don't know. I will do. I'll do the this one.
The SP to SP? Okay, and that would be 1 brown cube. There you go. And now in player order we deliver. So I'm going to deliver 1 from here to here. And that is B&O. So B&O would move up the track by 1. And I would get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And now you get to do that. I'm assuming you're going to go from here to here?
Yep.
That's up.
Is it? No. It's SP.
Oh, is it? Oh, SP. Okay, my bad. SP. Again, that font is really hard for me to read. SP.
Is
There's SR.
the blue one?
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble with those.
Is it just 1 or 2?
Just 1.
So why'd you put on the 2 track?
Because I was checking to see if you were paying attention.
I was just wondering, that's all.
No, I wanted to see if you were paying attention. Good job. That was totally planned. I did not mess that up whatsoever.
That's funny. Okay. Next.
Next. That's it. That's the end of this round.
Did I go up?
You did. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
I was asking if I did. I wasn't.
Well, no, I know you didn't.
No, I don't.
It's early morning and I'm tired and I'm missing a lot of stuff.
I feel bad because you're like managing everything.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to play some rounds off camera because we're already roughly 25 minutes in.
Oh, wow.
So we'll come back to this when we're almost done with it, play a few more rounds, and then we'll give you our thoughts on the game. So stay tuned. And we're back, closing in toward the end of the game. The game ends when every player has placed their last city tile. Alright, so we're starting a new round. We put 2 out. 1, 2. These are the last 2 city tiles. I'll explain what happens in the next round when we can't play city tiles. And now we bid. I believe I'm in first place, so you get to bid whatever you want.
I will bid. I'll bid 3.
3. Wow. I will bid. We'll bid. I guess I'll bid 4.
Man. You can take it for 4.
4? Yeah, as you can see, I've been in first place a lot. Like, she's, wow, 13 points ahead of me, so I really gotta pull toward the end of the game here to get that.
I think you will, though.
No, I don't know. It's tough. I'm going to take C&O.
Yeah, I figured.
And, I'm going to take...
You killed me with the PRR.
I'll take that one.
In the BNO, I think.
Okay, so... The problem is getting all these cubes delivered by the time the game ends, which it's not going to happen. There's going to be some cubes left over, more than likely.
That's weird.
How's that weird?
It's just weird that you don't get to use all your cubes.
Well, we won't use all the stock tiles either.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to... do that. New York City and PRR don't match, but these two do. So that's still legal placement. 3 cubes, and that goes there. And now you get to place?
I'll do the SNR down there.
SNR?
And 1 cube on there.
1 cube. This is why we had a backup of yellow cubes, because we only have 1 brown cube left. Okay, so I get to deliver. I'm going to go ahead and deliver from PRR, from New York to Washington, here to here, using my railway. So that gets me 3 points. And PRR goes up. Okay. And now you get to go.
I'll deliver an SR. That one over there.
SR, okay. So from here to here, SR goes up by 1, and you get 2 points. That's me. Alright. Now, new round. In the event there's no city tiles left, we draw 4 stock tiles.
Oh, jeez.
And then we draft 2 each.
Okay. Do we bid again?
Yep, we bid.
Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. I'm bidding 6.
Yeah, I can see why you would. 6. Because there's a couple there that would definitely help you out.
Yeah, a couple.
The question is, if I win this bid, can I come back from as far behind as I am? That's my question. And see if I got that. And that would be... Now I'm calculating the math in my head. I'll do 7.
8.
8? Man. You know what? You can have it for 8.
Okay.
I need to catch up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah, man. Goodbye, lead.
Alright, so take the 2 you want, and I'll take... Well, actually, you draft 1. This is where drafting 1 at a time would be needed.
Oh, man.
It's not like we're drafting 1 city tile and 1 stock, and we have to have 1 of each. Now it's 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah. Okay.
But you get first bid. I know you take that one. And the dog is moaning again. Oh, stop it. Always complaining about
So
something.
from here on out, 4 stocks will be drawn?
Until I'll take
until those are done, or until our tiles.
Until we're out of tiles.
I see.
You have your choice of SR or SP.
Man, I have a feeling.
SR would put you at 3 SR. You don't have any SP.
I have a feeling that just to stay in the game, I need that SP. Because you're gonna just murder me in that.
Okay, well, I'll take SR. Alright, you get to place first.
I will do...
I'm going to go ahead and do what you're doing, just so the people at home can, because they can't see these stacks.
And then you make fun of me.
I'll make fun of you still. I think this is messy, but, you know, that's just
me. It's not messy, it's neat. Because you get to see things.
Uh-huh.
Alright. I have mine in alphabetical order, too.
Alphabetical order, you say?
Oops.
Wow.
I will do... Wow, this is so bad.
There. That's somewhat neater. Well, I wouldn't say neater, but now you know what I've got.
I guess I'll do this.
So you're matching blank to blank?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I can't.
No rail.
A hovering train.
I see, yeah.
God.
You're delivering air.
I still have 2 goods there, right?
Yeah. And... Well, these tiles stink. At this point, alright, do that one somewhere. You've got okay, and now you get to deliver one.
I'll deliver NYC to this.
Advancing NYC. And you get 3 points.
Is that between it or on what?
What are you talking about?
I can't see like where the tracker is.
It's on 25.
Okay.
Okay.
It's thin.
Okay. I'm going to advance. I'm going to deliver from here to here for 2.
Which one's that one?
ATSF. All right. New round. 4 of these come out. 1, 2, 3.
So now you get to bid?
Yeah, because I'm low man on the totem pole here. Out of all of these, let's go with I'll bid 3. Ugh.
Just ugh. I'll bid 4.
4. 5.
6.
6, you
You're
say?
so lucky you're an accountant. My math is just terrible.
6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. You know what? I will let you have it for 6.
Maybe I should have done that.
All right, you get first bid.
I'm gonna pick.
Taking B&O to stop me
B&O.
from getting 3. Well, I will take ACL because everything else sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Alright.
Put that. I don't have that yet. Nice, okay.
Yeah, I know. I could have prevented it, but I don't have B&O, so it would have been either way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather, yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter at this point. I'll take a CBQ.
CBQ. All right, and I get IC, which isn't even on the board.
No.
Yay me. All right, you get to deliver for it first.
Oh, placing a tile, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I'll do this one. I'll put a train here. And your turn?
Okay. What did you do?
Into this.
Okay.
And put a train there. And one good needs to be going in there.
All right. I will place. Was that your last city tile?
Yep.
Wow. I've got 2. Wow.
Wow.
Is it just when one person? Hold on, let me check the in-game condition. When any player places their last city tile.
Oh.
So this is the last round.
Okay.
I don't think it matters because these stink.
Yeah, the last 2 I had were terrible. They didn't benefit me at all whatsoever.
I'm just gonna do this, just to do it,
Yeah.
and then I want to. Now you have to deliver, right?
Yeah. So I deliver?
Yeah.
I'll deliver this one to MP.
I'm red.
I can't deliver a good?
Oh yeah. You'd use mine then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I get 2 points. You get 3.
Yeah.
And then MP goes up
By 1. It's not even on the board. I have to put it on the board.
Okay. That's fine. I will go from. Oh, I've got.
Wow, I was down by 3.
You did good. No, you're doing fine.
No, I meant like if I tied with you and that was 3 points. Oh, because you had extra 2 points. Man, that was rough.
What's left? PNR. That's that.
I think you should move like one of these, maybe.
No. I don't think I'm going to do that. No. You're blue. But I'm not giving you points.
I gave you points.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. You put that down.
Yeah.
Tempted. Because, you know, I actually will do that. I'm going to deliver this here to here for a reason.
Yep. Putting ATS up.
ATS, since it's not 5, we both get 2 points. I get 2 for the brown cube, you get 2 for I use your train.
Yeah.
Alright, so end of game.
Oh, man.
So let's take a look at our stocks. We'll do them one at a time. So let's look at MP. I have 1 MP.
You have 2.
You have 2. So you go up by 2, I go up by 1. Next is up.
I have 2.
I have 1. So you go up by 2, I go up by 1. ACL.
I have 2. You have 3.
No, there's only 3 in the game.
Oh, you have 1 ACL.
I have 1 ACL. So 2 times 2 is 4. And 1 times 2 is 2. Next is SR. I've got 1, you've got 2. So again, you get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go up by 2. Next is C and O.
I have 1.
I have 1 as well. So we both go up by 3.
3.
Next is SP. I have 2, you've got 1. 2 times 3 is 6.
That's you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow.
And you've got 1, so it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
B and O.
I have 1.
I have 2. So again, I go up by 6 and you go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're tied.
PR, I have none.
P and O. Okay, I've got 2. So 2 times 4 is 8.
Wow. I think that killed me.
New York. No, you've got
3.
You've got 3. 3 times 5 is 15. That's 60 points. And my ATSF, 3 of those at 5 is 15.
Yeah.
15 plus 53 is 68.
Wow.
Which,
you killed me.
up to that.
Good job.
Okay, so not too bad. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was by 8 points, roughly. So what did you think?
That was fun. If I had two ATSFs, I would have beat you. I think.
Well, it would have been closer.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would have been, yeah. 2 ATFs. Oh man, I would have beat you by 2 points. Darn it!
What was left? PRR. Oh, my PRR was right there. That's alright.
I needed that.
Our strategies were somewhat different. Like, you let me, like, I was bidding high throughout mostly the entire game because I wanted to be first. I wanted to place those tiles down.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to do was take cubes away from you.
Yeah.
I would put tiles next to ones where you had an existing connection but still had cubes there, and I would try and siphon those cubes away from you so you couldn't use them, and then further my own companies. And then on occasion I would give you, if I had a choice between 2 tiles that I wanted, I would give you the one that would further me instead.
Yeah.
So should you deliver on it. So what did you think though? Like I
liked it. It was really fun.
You'd play it again.
I would play it again. I don't like the bidding.
You don't like the bidding aspect?
I don't like bidding.
You don't like bidding at all in general though.
I don't like bidding at all. Because I never know when to stop. I really tried hard not to bid, but then like towards the end of it, I was like, oh crap, maybe I should go first. And then I started bidding late game and that kind of killed me a little bit.
It's tough to gauge what the value is.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how many victory points you're going to get on your first run through. Like a lot of bidding games are like that. You don't know what stuff is worth. Like if I were to go to Japan, I don't know what how much a Japanese yen is compared to $1 and whether or not I'm being ripped off at this place. I don't know what it's worth in yen. Same thing with bidding. I don't know how much to bid because I'm not familiar enough with the game to know if it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's to be expected.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I was hoping for another CBQ, like any CBQ thing, so I can get these 2.
Yeah, you had 2 of them.
At least on the board.
Yeah, CBQ. You didn't have that. That's another thing. I was trying to let you develop ones that were crap, and then further ones that I needed. But see, that hurt me though. I had IC twice, and that's out of the board. So we had two stocks that did pretty. We had 2 stocks, but the company did terrible.
Yeah.
Like we didn't deliver on any of those.
Man.
Well.
That was fun though.
I'd play it again.
Oh yeah, I'd play that again. That was fun. I don't like that we can't deliver the rest of the cubes though. Like I feel like it's such a waste.
Well, there's got to be a cutoff somewhere. I mean, we did loop the victory point track already.
I think this would actually be really awesome with
digital.
3. Well, that too. With 3 or more people.
Yeah, we lose the whole different colors. Like with 3 or more players, you've got at least 2 colors. And you're drawing randomly from the bag. So there's a bit more strategy there. Yeah. With 2 players, it seems like it's a bit more dumbed down.
Yeah.
Because it's the same color. Like we never dipped into the yellow cubes, which act as brown in this case. But I feel like 2 players, it was good. But this whole grab from a bag mechanic was negated.
Yeah. And
throughout most of the game, first player got their pick of stock and city tile. That was it. And, you know, the other player was left with whatever they were left with.
It would have been so much more strategic having the cubes different colors and then seeing, you know, okay, which one should I sacrifice, you know, 3 points and get the 2 points instead, which means like doing.
Yeah, it would have been cool to do. I would have liked to have tried the brown and yellow with 2 players and treat them as 2 separate colors just to see how that would break the game, if at all. And then we would have our choice between brown and yellow. The possibility, though, arises we would get 3 every turn because if you go after brown, obviously I would go after yellow, assuming it was picked out of the bag.
Yeah.
As the game goes on, there's going to be more brown and yellow on the board, so there's going to be no competition for goods. Yeah. You're going to deliver one color, I'm going to deliver the other color because more than likely it's going to be available later on in the game. Because you can see there's all these brown left over.
I wish this wasn't, like, I wish there was a third player, like an AI, like an enemy AI.
Really? Oh,
that way we can co-op, like, it could be like a co-op.
A co-op game? This would be an interesting co-op game. I don't know how the roles would play out, but I wouldn't mind having a digital version of this, too. Oh, just because this is a bit of a table hog. It's not as much of a table hog as other games I have, like Power Grid, but all these tiles, like, the way you build the grid could be cumbersome if you go like rectangular shaped or whatever the case is. So depending on how you build that central grid, you could run out of table space. I prefer to stack my stocks, but the way you did it is visually easier to see for all involved. So, well, there you go, folks. That was Railroad Rivals. If you guys want to see more of this game, let me know. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vincent Idley and the Moaning Dog. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.